In an era where artificial intelligence is revolutionizing everything from customer service to creative writing, it's easy to assume that the companies behind these technologies prioritize security and privacy. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Recently, security research has uncovered alarming vulnerabilities and privacy concerns with DeepSeek, an AI application that has gained popularity but appears to have taken a few shortcuts. Encryption is the foundation of digital security. It's what keeps private messages, financial transactions, and sensitive data safe from hackers and prying eyes. But DeepSeek seems to have missed the memo on modern encryption standards. Researchers have found that the app relies on triple DES, an encryption algorithm that has been considered weak and outdated for years. To put it into perspective, triple DES was deprecated by the National Institute of Standards and Technology. This means that a moderately skilled hacker could crack DeepSeek's encryption, gaining access to sensitive user data. This is a massive security oversight because if attackers gain access to the app's code, they can extract the keys and decrypt user data. It's like locking your front door but leaving the key under the doormat. When you use an AI app, you probably expect a degree of privacy. After all, these tools often process personal conversations, creative work, and even sensitive business information. Unfortunately, DeepSeek has severe data exposure issues that could leave users vulnerable. Security researchers discovered that DeepSeek's chat history and back-end system details were exposed in a publicly accessible database. This means that conversations users thought were private could have been accessed by anyone who knew where to look. Imagine discussing personal matters with the AI, only to find out later that those chats were sitting in an unsecured database for all to see. Beyond security oversight, DeepSeek also collects significant amount of user data. This includes device information, which is basically the model and operating system of your device, keystroke patterns, which could potentially be used for behavior tracking or profiling, and your IP address and location data. This level of data collection raises concerns about how user information is being stored, processed, and potentially shared. Perhaps the most concerning fact is that DeepSeek transmits user data to servers in China. Data being sent overseas isn't inherently a problem. The concern arises from China's strict data policies, which allow the government to access data stored on domestic servers. This means that users outside of China may have their data unknowingly subject to foreign jurisdiction, raising serious privacy and regulatory concerns. Security audits of DeepSeek systems found several major flaws that could be exploited by cybercriminals. One of the biggest red flags was SQL injection flaws, a type of attack where hackers can manipulate a website or app's database by inserting malicious code. If exploited, these vulnerabilities could allow attackers to access user data stored in DeepSeek's database, modify or delete data, potentially altering chatbot responses, execute arbitrary code, which could also be used for further attacks. SQL injection is a well-known and preventable vulnerability, making the presence in this modern AI app especially concerning. A security review found that DeepSeek failed 78% of cybersecurity tests, indicating that its systems are far from secure. This level of failure suggests fundamental issues with how the app was built and tested, making it a high-risk choice for users who value their privacy. Beyond security vulnerabilities, DeepSeek's data practices raise major privacy concerns. Many apps collect some level of data for analytics and performance improvement, but DeepSeek appears to go beyond what's necessary. Security researchers found that the app engages in aggressive fingerprinting, a technique that collects detailed information about a user's device, browser settings, and behaviors. This information can be used to create a unique identifier for each user, making it nearly impossible to remain anonymous while using the app. Adding to these concerns, reports suggest that DeepSeek shares data with ByteDance, the parent company scrutiny of TikTok. Given the scrutiny TikTok has faced over its data practices, this connection raises red flags about how DeepSeek's user data is being handled and whether it could be used for purposes beyond what the users expect. Finally, DeepSeek's AI model itself has serious vulnerabilities that could be exploited. Tests found that DeepSeek's AI model R1 failed over 50% of jailbreak tests. Jailbreaking an AI means bypassing its safety filters, allowing it to generate responses it shouldn't. Security researchers found that DeepSeek's AI could easily be manipulated into discussing dangerous topics. Some of these topics include biochemical warfare, illegal activities, and harmful misinformation. These findings raise concerns about how effectively DeepSeek has implemented safeguards to prevent misuse of its AI. Given the overwhelming number of security flaws, privacy risks, and questionable data practices, DeepSeek is not safe or a trustworthy AI application. Outdated encryption and poor data protection makes users' information very easy to steal. Massive data collection raises concerns about privacy and tracking. Security vulnerabilities leave the app open to exploitation by hackers. Weak AI safeguards could allow misinformation and dangerous content to spread. These issues have led to multiple government agencies and organizations to ban or restrict the use of DeepSeek due to the severe risk it possesses. If you value your privacy and security, it may be best to avoid DeepSeek until the developers address these critical vulnerabilities. AI can be an amazing tool, but not at the cost of your personal data.